Hello all, I hope you're doing well. This is going to be the discussion board number 2, going over chapters 9 and 10, pretty much just basically some general information. One of the biggest things that I learned is it is very important to be prepared for a speech. So it's not something that's easy. It's not something, I mean, it might be easy for some people, but personally I find it to be very difficult because I have very bad anxiety. So in the moment, like when I gave my personal speech, I kind of blinked a little bit and lost train of my thought quite a bit. I find it just difficult to keep my thoughts organized, so it's very important to prepare, and I feel like an outline just helps you to kind of stay on track, because if you prepare with your outline, then you're able to kind of just keep pushing forward even if you mess up a little bit. I would say that brainstorming is a very, very big part of creating your outline. You have all of these thoughts and ideas, and it's really hard to try to figure out how to organize them. Having the outline kind of lets you just plug in information here and there, and if it doesn't fit, you can move it around. If you don't like it, you can change it. It's just something to help you organize your thoughts, I guess you could say. And you could create as many drafts as you need to in order to get where you're trying to go and make it sound how you want to sound, kind of. I feel like an outline really helps you to kind of hear your speech while you're physically creating your outline, if that makes sense. And a formal outline is to help you prepare for the speech. It is not to basically be a script. It's not something that you want to read off of while you're giving your speech, which is something that I did because I blinked really bad. If I didn't start looking at my outline, I probably would have gone silent and just had a panic attack. So my anxiety is really bad. And then the 4 principles of outlining are consistency, unity, coherence, and emphasis. So the principle of consistency is to follow a standard outline format, which I find to be very helpful. I don't think it's like something that should be negative. Just to be consistent and try to make all of your work kind of sound the same and kind of look the same, even if it's about a completely different topic. Just kind of having your own style of like flow and engagement with the audience, I guess you could say. The principle of unity means that each letter or number represents one idea. So to create your outline, to put it in unity is to have each letter or number represent one idea, which would be to kind of just put this thought here and this completely different thought here, but they somehow still go together. So that way you can add like your fill-ins, and it's not as difficult along the way. You're not just blanking. The principle of coherence is to have a logical and natural flow of ideas with main points and subpoints connecting to each other. So even though your ideas can be completely different, you still want them to connect to each other in the end somehow. You want them to kind of flow together and kind of just like make it sound as smooth as possible, but also as professional as possible. Excuse me. The principle of emphasis states that the principle of emphasis states that the material in your outline should be engaging and balanced. Sorry, I have notes right here. I find that it is kind of difficult to engage with the audience just because I have such bad anxiety. My eyes will go here and here and here, as I'm sure you've seen. But to be engaging and balanced, you want to get your point across and you want to be as clear as possible with your delivery while also engaging with the audience. So making sure that they are being entertained, they're following along, they're intrigued a bit. It's kind of difficult, but I feel like it's something I'll pick up along the way, because I personally struggle a lot with public speaking, but I hope it gets better. Especially for anyone else who is struggling with this, I hope that it gets better, and I hope you're able to find a little bit of like ease as we go through this course. Thank you so much.